Of all Star Trek's major character deaths, this is the one that really made me go WTF. Star Trek has never shied away from death. From the infamous red shirts of the original series to the deeply emotional losses in Picard, the franchise has a long history of killing off characters in ways that run the gamut from tragic to heroic. But of all the deaths in Trek's expansive canon, from Spock's noble sacrifice in The Wrath of Khan to Data's selfless end in Nemesis, there's one that still makes me stop mid-episode and shout, "Wait, what?" That death belongs to Commander Charles Trip Tucker III in Star Trek Enterprise. Let me paint the scene. After 4 seasons of watching Trip grow from a gruff Southern engineer into one of the most loyal, complex, and heartfelt characters in Starfleet, the series finale, These Are the Voyages, decides to kill him off. Not with a noble battlefield sacrifice. Not with a gut-wrenching, emotional payoff. But with a random, almost senseless self-destruction during an impromptu hostage situation. And to make matters worse, it was all framed within a holodeck simulation from the Next Generation era, with Commander Riker watching it like a VR soap opera. That's right, the series finale of Enterprise, the show that was meant to explore the birth of the Federation and give its own crew a proper send-off, decided instead to center on Riker's moral dilemma from a completely different show and timeline. It's like attending your friend's wedding and discovering it's just a flashback in someone else's dream sequence. Then, right as the vows are about to happen, someone's like, "Oh, by the way, Trip's dead." And the way it happens is maddening. After years of surviving space anomalies, Xindi wars, and interspecies conflicts, Trip gets taken hostage by random aliens who board the Enterprise. With barely a beat, he decides the best course of action is to trick the invaders and detonate a device, killing himself in the process. It's abrupt, emotionally undercooked, and filmed with a sense of obligation rather than gravitas. Sure, the show tries to give the moment some emotional weight. Archer and Topple both look stricken. There's a brief memorial. But none of it lands, because it feels like the writers knew they were being canceled and rushed to tie up character arcs without thinking about resonance or payoff. And maybe that's what makes Trip's death the ultimate WTF moment in Star Trek history. Because it should have mattered more. This wasn't some expendable security officer vaporized during an away mission. This was Trip Tucker, a fan favorite, the emotional heart of Enterprise, and arguably the character with the most development across the series. His friendship with Captain Archer, his complex romance with Topple, his curiosity and vulnerability, all of it deserved a better send-off. Compare Trip's death to Spock's in The Wrath of Khan. That was a death with meaning, built on decades of character work. Spock sacrificed himself to save the ship and his friends, and the moment carried the weight of his logic meets humanity journey. Even Data's death in Nemesis, while flawed in execution, still felt like a culmination of his quest for humanity. Both characters went out doing something powerful and selfless. Trip's death? It felt like a post-it note scribbled in the margin. Oh yeah, kill someone so it feels important. It's even more frustrating when you consider that earlier drafts of the finale didn't have Trip die at all. The decision was reportedly made to add emotional punch, but it backfired. Instead of impact, it inspired confusion and anger from fans. So much so that Star Trek Enterprise tie-in novels later retconned the whole thing, revealing that Trip had faked his death and gone undercover for Section 31. While that twist made hardcore fans breathe a little easier, it doesn't change the fact that for casual viewers and canon purists, Trip Tucker died in the dumbest way imaginable. It's not just that his death was pointless, it's that it was meaningless within the story we were actually watching. Instead of giving Enterprise a heartfelt farewell, These Are the Voyages treated it like a historical footnote in someone else's adventure. That disrespect spilled over into Trip's fate, making it less about character payoff and more about shock value. In a franchise known for its optimism, thoughtful storytelling, and emotional depth, this death stands out as a betrayal of